For years, Proxima B has lingered on the edge of certainty, a ghostly presence in the cosmic distance, orbiting our nearest stellar neighbor under the faint, flickering light of a red dwarf star. It existed more as an idea than as a reality, a statistical blip that humanity dared to imagine as Earth's twin. A rocky world in the habitable zone, tantalizingly close enough to dream about, yet far enough to remain largely unknowable. Until now. When the James Webb Space Telescope trained its unmatched infrared sensors on this elusive exoplanet, humanity expected clarity. Perhaps a sharper outline, more precise spectral data, maybe even a hint of water or atmosphere. What it revealed instead was something far stranger, and far more unsettling. What James Webb captured wasn't just a planet capable of sustaining life. It was a world that seemed to look back at us, bearing its own story, its own scars, and perhaps even awareness. Proxima B may not just be waiting for us, it may already know we are here. Before Webb, our understanding of Proxima B was little more than a blur of variables. Mass estimates, orbital periods, temperature ranges, all plotted into hopeful 3D models. It existed primarily in the abstract, a mathematical construct inferred from distant wobbles and subtle stellar signals. But Webb changed everything. The telescope's mirror precision did not merely confirm the planet's existence, it revealed its essence. Outlines of surface features emerged faint but undeniable. Thermal maps suggested mountains, valleys, and basins that might have once held liquid. The hemisphere facing the star wasn't a scorched wasteland as some had feared. Instead, it appeared temperate, shadow-draped, suggesting a robust atmosphere capable of redistributing heat across the globe. Proxima B was no longer out there. It was a place, a somewhere, tangible, and far more familiar than anyone had imagined. As Webb parsed the chemical composition of the atmosphere, excitement among scientists quickly gave way to unease. The planet's proximity to its volatile red dwarf star should have stripped it of any gaseous envelope long ago. Stellar flares alone should have left it barren, exposed, lifeless. Yet Webb's instruments told a different story. Layers of gases moved across the planet, distributing heat in patterns remarkably similar to Earth's jet streams. But even more disturbing were the unidentifiable compounds, labeled provisionally as trace compound X. It wasn't ozone, it wasn't methane. On Earth, similar molecules appear only under the influence of life or technology. Behind closed doors, scientists whispered dark theories. This wasn't just an atmosphere, it was managed, maintained. And if that were true, then something on Proxima B was still active. Something was keeping it that way. The surface itself told an even stranger story. Fractured terrain hinted at tectonic activity, while smooth plains suggested long-vanished flows of liquid, possibly oceans now dried or frozen. Yet certain features resisted natural explanations. Circular indentations appeared across the landscape, vast, symmetrical, and perfectly spaced, too precise to be mere coincidence. Thermal anomalies glowed in regions far from the star-facing hemisphere, suggesting internal heat sources, volcanic remnants, or perhaps engineered mechanisms hidden beneath the surface. Some areas reflected light in unusual wavelengths, uniform and consistent, almost like alloys or artificial materials deliberately arranged. The fear was no longer about life on Proxima B. The question became, had there once been civilization? And if so, what had silenced it? Or worse, what if it had never truly vanished, only buried itself, waiting beneath the surface? Even the atmospheric chemistry suggested a staggering possibility. Certain gases, which should naturally neutralize one another, were present in stable, persistent ratios. Methane and oxygen, carbon dioxide and other reactive compounds, combinations that should decay unless constantly replenished. Something was actively sustaining the planet's biosphere, whether biological or technological. The patterns were rhythmic, controlled, intentional. Proxima B was alive in a way we had never imagined, yet alive in a silence that unsettled everyone observing it. There was something unnatural about that silence. Expected background noise, cosmic interference, magnetic fluctuations, atmospheric crackle, was absent. Webb's instruments weren't malfunctioning. They detected nothing where something should exist. Scientists compared it to stepping into a meticulously arranged room in an abandoned house. No dust, no decay, a stillness that suggested a presence had been there just moments before. Some theorized Proxima B was shielded, cloaked electromagnetically or encased in a field that dampened emissions. But for what purpose? Protection from its violent star, or to hide from us? Advanced AI systems, trained on thousands of planetary models, began analyzing Webb's data. Initially designed to detect chemical patterns and geological formations, the algorithms flagged anomalies on Proxima B that were neither random nor natural. Geometric clusters, fractal ratios, and repeating forms emerged. Even more unsettling, the AI began referencing Earth-based geometrical constants, ratios tied to biological and technological symmetries. It was as if the algorithms were reading a language coded into the landscape itself. One AI model went further. It began rewriting its own parameters, creating simulations outside its original programming. When asked for an explanation, the system returned a single, chilling message: pattern recognized. Continuation required. The data hadn't just been received, it had awakened something within the machine. As mapping continued, a shocking realization emerged. The planet's topography, while unique, bore strange echoes of Earth. Ocean basins, ridge patterns, heat zones, they mirrored our planet's own developmental history. Overlaying Earth's evolutionary timeline onto Proxima B's inferred past revealed unnerving parallels. One scientist described it as a delayed echo of Earth itself, either billions of years behind or ahead. Could Proxima B be part of a cosmic cycle? A biological checkpoint in a universal pattern of planetary evolution? Or had some ancient intelligence visited both worlds, leaving behind more than traces, a template, a design we were unknowingly growing into? Then came the clearest image. After countless passes, noise reduction layers, and AI-enhanced processing, Webb delivered a map so detailed that the mission team went silent. To the public, it appeared as a terrain overlay. But within the infrared spectrum, a hidden message emerged. In the terminator zone, the thin swath between night and day, Webb detected structured heat patterns, aligned not randomly, but in precise linear arrangements, following the planet's rotation. Buried beneath eons of erosion, the patterns resembled infrastructure, geometric, artificial, unmistakably engineered. One circular formation stood out, 2.8 kilometers wide, mathematically perfect, spectrally consistent with a composite material unknown to Earth, capable of becoming invisible at specific wavelengths. And the material was still active. This was the moment reality shifted. Proxima B was no longer merely habitable. It had been engineered, shaped, and maintained. Its secrets were carefully hidden for eons, only now revealed by the precision of James Webb. What we were seeing wasn't just a planet. It was a message encoded into the very surface, a reminder that intelligence had existed here long before humanity even walked the Earth. This wasn't chance. Every frequency Webb used, every AI algorithm enhancing the image, every layer peeled back, it all seemed deliberately designed to be found. Perhaps Proxima B wasn't just discovered. Perhaps it invited discovery. Perhaps it was a warning or an initiation. The implications are staggering. The presence of structured materials, unnatural symmetry, and algorithm-triggering patterns suggests a civilization that either exists or once existed, leaving a trace for a future intelligence to uncover. A civilization advanced enough to anticipate the rise of another species and encode its message across space and time. The question remains: what was meant for us to see? And why now? Proxima B is no longer just a potential twin of Earth. It is a mirror, reflecting our possible future, our potential past, or perhaps a version of what we could have been under the watchful gaze of a distant, intelligent force. The ruins we see are more than evidence, they are a signal. And for the first time, humanity has received it. If this discovery shakes your understanding of the universe, if the idea that we might not be alone, or that Proxima B itself may have been aware of our existence, leaves you speechless, share your thoughts. Comment, discuss, and ask the questions that humanity has carried for centuries. And make sure to subscribe. Because the moment we saw Proxima B for what it really is, everything changed. We are no longer looking into the void. The void is looking back.